So hello everyone and welcome to YourPedia Global. My name is Ankit Gupta and today I have with me my very special student. His name is Sasi and recently he got admit from University of Edinburgh in the program of MSc in Synthetic Biology and Biotechnology, which is basically Masters by Taught coursework program. And this is a one-year program, and we all know that University of Edinburgh is such a reputed institution. It's the topmost institution in the entire UK. All right, and it ranks within QS ranking 30. Okay. And so Sasi, hi, how are you?
Yeah, good evening, sir. And I'm fine. How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. And we have a lot of students, as you know, which really want to hear you out. Okay, and this interaction is solely focus on them. All right, and so why don't we start with your introduction?
Yeah, I'm Sasi Kumar, and I'm from Andhra Pradesh, and I have done my 10th class from Andhra Pradesh only with a 9.7 CGPA, and 12th class and from CBSE it is 71.2% it is, and I have done my BTech in genetic engineering, which is a specialization in biotechnology from Bharat University in Chennai. And after that, yeah, I came to YourPedia and then I started applying for MS abroad. And finally, I landed up in University of Edinburgh.
Okay, and do you have any work experiences?
No, sir, no.
No?
I have
Okay,
completed in my BTech in 2021 May. So after that, I didn't spend time in since it was academically bad year due to pandemic. So I
yes,
haven't I haven't gone to any college and I haven't done any job. Nothing. Sir. I just tried
okay,
applying for admissions.
yeah, all right. And what about the number of internships? How many internships you have done during your bachelor's?
So I have done two internships and one workshop and two projects.
Two
One is a
projects.
one is minor project and one is a major thesis project and semester thesis.
Okay, all right. Yeah. And regarding IELTS score, we know and we understand that IELTS is one of the requirements for the admission. And what was your IELTS score?
My IELTS score was overall 7 it was. So and 7 and 7.5 I got in listening and writing, not writing, listening and yeah, writing only, writing and reading. No, sorry, I forgot. 7 from listening and 7.5 from reading and 6.5 from writing and 6.5 from speaking, and that calculates overall 7.
Okay, all right. And do you think that IELTS, without IELTS, a student can get an offer letter from University of Edinburgh or basically some institution in UK?
Yes, sir, we can get from every university without IELTS, but that will be conditional, and we have to convert it to unconditional after that. But before applying, no, while applying, no score is mandatory.
Okay, all right, yeah. And how was the entire application process? Which documents you need to apply there?
CV and transcripts and passport copy and SOP, which is a major part in the evaluation process. And that's it. So that was the and LOR particularly.
And how many LORs you have arranged for yourself?
Only one. And luckily, in my case, they didn't accept my LOR at the first. But anyhow, they have provided me offer letter and asked me to submit one more LOR, which satisfies them. So then again, I have uploaded them with a
Okay.
valid signature and everything from my. They asked me with the latest date on that LORs, not any previous date. So then again, I contacted my professors and asked them to put the latest date, and then I have uploaded.
Okay, so from your experience, we understand that LOR must be from the latest date.
Yes, sir, from the latest date.
Okay,
Actually,
that's
here
really
what
good.
happens is when we go to our college, they won't provide like letterheads multiple times. Only once they'll provide letterheads. So in my case, I asked my professor not to add any date such that I can use them later. But when I uploaded it, they rejected it at the second time also due to there is no lack of date and all, everything. Then I asked them my professor again, and he just put the date, and again I have uploaded it. So
Yeah, so we understand that from your case, even if your one component, admission component is not available at a time, for example, you didn't have the other LOR, so still you can basically get your conditional offer letter, and you can
yes, sir.
satisfy all the condition later on.
Yes, sir. SOP and academic transcripts. Only these two are the deciding factors to get an
Yeah.
offer letter, and CVLs as well.
So this is basically what we understand, and I think this is basically what I told you that your CGPA is mere basically filtering out criteria. If you're satisfying the university requirement, then you don't have to worry about your CGPA.
Yes,
And
sir.
SOP is very important, and it's very
Yes, sir.
crucial.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, so the next question which I wanted to ask you is why you have selected this program. As I have understand, we have discussed like a lot of programs, and at one stage you were interested in applying for direct PhD in UK. You have
Yes, sir.
also prepared your research proposal, but
Yes, sir.
why this transition? Why you have selected this program?
Sir, actually, so since I have done genetic engineering my undergraduation, it itself is a research course. So subsequently, I chose like my future should be as a in a research field. So then from then I start like I imagined that I have to be in a research field. So I started looking for both a direct PhD as well, and if not possible, MSc. And then after your guidance, and I came to know that direct PhD is not correct for me at this stage because direct PhD expectations will be a bit higher. They'll ask us to have that whether we had experience in that particular field, and that too I was applying for a in a different field. That is in case since my background is genetic engineering, and I was applying in some other fields in biology for direct PhD, and which is not possible to get admission since we don't have any relevant experience.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, and even though you were trying to say me that you just keep applying for MSc, I just tried my luck once. Then I came to know that so it's not possible. So after that, and I came to know that so that was your experience. So
But that's worth trying, right?
yeah,
Trying
yes, sir,
for
yes,
that
sir.
PhD, you understood how to draft proposal, and that will basically help you basically in if you want to do your PhD in the future, that particular component or experience will help you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so what happens in UK is basically getting funding is very a big problem
Yes, sir.
because most of the time, they have reserved most of their funding just for the home students. There are few scholarships and the positions that are open for the worldwide students, and this is the biggest problem in UK. So although I would say direct PhD is pretty much possible in UK, but again, first of all, you have to have relevant experiences. All right.
Yes,
And
sir.
then even if you have relevant experiences, then again the funding becomes very important. And this
Yes,
is
sir.
where Indian student struggles. They apply to basically different scholarships, all right, and most famous one is Commonwealth Scholarship. But still, it basically you have to have a good profile even if you want to get that Commonwealth scholarship.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. All
Even
right, so
in my
see,
case, in
yeah,
this MSc, unfortunately, I don't have any scholarships. So by the time I received my offer letter, deadlines were over for Commonwealth scholarships and
okay,
grade
yeah,
scholarships and all.
yeah,
So
exactly.
yes, sir.
That is fine, but that is fine. I guess
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. So
My
see,
suggestion is that if
mhm,
anyone want to apply for University of Edinburgh, do it right before July month or
July month, yes.
June to August in this between, such that you can have access to scholarships. Like
Scholarships.
you'll be having a deadline.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise,
Right.
you'll pass
Right.
the deadline if you apply in August month or first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Also, so can you tell me about more about the coursework which you're going to do at Edinburgh?
Yes. And they have made they have sent 4 to 5 modules which are compulsory, and those are completely related to my core course. And remaining the remaining modules, they have asked me myself to select them, and those were very diverse and they were really impressing. So even if like one are not enough to spend money in UK, by looking at the modules, we'll be just compromised ourselves, like, oh, this is a good course, like we can go for it, we can give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
So in my case, so that was the same thing happened. In the semester one, I had 2 programming related subjects, so scientific programming related subjects, and one lab course. And in semester two, there were like subjects like business and entrepreneurship in biotechnology. So which also leads us to like think, mm, like we can start up also. Why don't we like
Mm-hmm.
involve in a startup? Why can't we start up? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and rest are like say core related jobs, but the courses were modules were very diverse,
Very
which
diverse. So are you going to, yeah. So are you going to do a thesis also? Are you going to write thesis also?
yes, sir, there is a project proposal and also dissertation. So in the first semester, I think we have to give a proposal of the project, and in the second semester we have to elaborate that, like we have to do the project.
Okay, perfect. So I think after your MS, what you can do is you can even apply for the jobs, and you can also apply for the PhDs, which is a very good thing.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Yeah, so
There is
dissertation component will definitely help you in getting a PhD into really, really good prestigious university.
yes,
Yeah, so all I can suggest you one more thing, that focus on publications. If you get
yeah,
couple of publications, so I
yes,
believe with the branding of University of Edinburgh, you can definitely get into really good PhD programs.
yes.
All right,
I'll
as you
definitely,
have,
here also
yes,
I'll just
definitely.
follow your every instruction because that helped me till now.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah. All right,
I
so
will
as you
then.
mentioned, yeah. As you have mentioned, you didn't receive any scholarship because the deadlines were not there. And I would ask you really important questions, like how you are planning your finances right now related to tuition and personal expenditure.
Yeah, sir. And here again, to be frankly, I can't afford University of Edinburgh, which is a 34.5 lakhs it is, and which
Mhm.
is a pretty high in UK, pretty high other than any other college, I guess, apart from Imperial College. No, even in Imperial College and UCL also, the fee is around 30 or 31 lakhs. But in
Yeah.
Edinburgh, it is 34.5. And I have tried every bank, and all the banks have asked for a security, which is collateral. And
Hmm.
but there are here, I suggest everyone, like there are 2 platforms which I have approached. One is VMake Scholars and two is Gandan. So they take our profile and they send our profile to all other banks and NBFCs. So luckily, I got a loan from one NBFC, which is Avance, and they have some sanctioned me hold the loan, and that also is based on the branding of the college technique.
So
So
without any collateral, you have received
yeah, now
your.
without any collateral, I got the loan, but that interest rate is pretty high. And okay, since it is a unsecured loan, interest will be pretty high when compared to
How much
banks
is
or
the interest rate?
it's a 12.9 it is.
12.9. Okay.
And
So I think,
one more
so I
positive thing
think,
in here,
yeah.
yes,
Hmm. Please
uh,
continue.
they won't ask us to pay for the first 2 years. They won't ask us to start any EMI, and paying will start only after 2 years. So the 2 years is a benefit for us to look out for any job.
Okay. So after completing your MS, okay, that must be which we know that it will take 1 year of your time. And
Yes.
how much how much basically stay back you will receive in years?
So, currently in UK, it is so after 1 year, of course, there is a graduate visa, which is
Mm-hmm.
valid for 2 years. And in order to gain that graduate visa, and we have to clear all the modules, and we have to pass the degree. We have to get the
Okay.
degree. Then only
Mm-hmm.
we are eligible for that graduate visa, and that is of 2 years. And within that 2 years, there is no limit. We can work for as many as hours we can, and
Exactly.
we can look out for job, and that is also unsponsored job. We need not have to look for only sponsored job. But in case if we want to stay there and to obtain worker visa, we have to look for a sponsored job within that time. And I
Mm-hmm.
think from a university, from that branding and finding a job within 2 years will not be that difficult, I guess.
Yes, exactly. It's not going to be bad. It's you will find a job there, and that is for sure. And I also think the return to investment is very high in UK because of course there is the conversion rate of £100, I guess. All right, and that's the biggest thing. So I believe you don't have to worry about your student loan within 2 years. You'd be able to pay most of it. I guess so.
Thank you
Yeah,
for the
with
motivations.
with your skills and your ambitions, I'm pretty much sure you're going to do really good things.
Definitely.
Okay. All right.
Like you
So
are
I
motivating me all the time, sir. All the from the from the first day
did.
you are motivating me. Yeah.
Thank you, Sasi. Thank you. And I will ask you one more question. So why you have formed University of Edinburgh? Did you apply to other universities as well?
So yes, I have applied to other universities also in UK, and one is University of Kent, and other is University of Derby,
Hmm.
and University of Bristol, and University of East Anglia. But I have mentioned four other universities from where I have from all the universities I have got offer letter, and for different courses that are those are not related to biotechnology, but those are related to biology. So as I was firstly I was like I was thinking to apply for a different domain which is different from my bachelor's domain. So in that case I have applied for a different fields, and and I have applied for Imperial and UCL also, Imperial College. So I
Okay.
didn't get offer letter from there, but I guess that for like the replies from the colleges were encouraging, motivating. But
Hmm.
the courses which I have applied for them are not related to my bachelor's domain. Those were different domain. But anyhow, I got some positive replies.
Hmm.
These were the universities I have applied.
Okay. That's a really good thing. Okay. And I would ask you last question. I would not take you a lot of your time since you're busy with the preparation, right? And do you think that a student from a student which basically who have average profile, like they don't have really good CGPAs, they have not done internships, they have not done projects, all right, uh, they stand a chance to get admission into these universities? If so, how should they approach?
Mhm. So like CGPA might not matter much, but internships and projects might matter because only those things say that we are fit in research. So in that case, people who have less CGPA must focus on number of internships or number of projects they have done. And in case if not anyone having done much internships and projects till now, they can do from here after even. Like I can suggest them like in India itself, like in prestigious CSR laboratories and rest, you can try internship there for 2 to 3 months because they are offering internships by payment only. So when we pay and go for for doing a project, I think they won't ask us for much CGPA and much experience. So we can do here and later on we can apply for. MS or PhD, whatever it is, even for PhD also. So that will help us much. So,
Okay, all right. And we would end this session with your thoughts on YourPedia.
yes. Sir, and I want to say one last thing. So I would really like to appreciate your time which you spend towards your students, because you are in Canada, and always when we call, like you are spending us like, I don't know about other students, but you have spent me like 30 to 40 minutes every time I call you. And I'm really, really thankful for your patience and all, because that only
That's
like that made me to discuss with you and to share you everything, and which prompted me to like apply for every college with a positive intent. And finally, like today, I have 4 to 5 hours in my hand. Not yeah, 4 to 5 hours in my hand today. Thank you very much, sir, for that.
thank you. That's really thank you. It's motivating for me. All right. And I think it's my job, that I have to send you to really good universities.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, and I remember the first day I spoke to you, like I never sent any of my students to tier three colleges,
Yes, exactly.
and you have done it today also. Thank you for that,
Thank you,
sir.
that is fine, Sasi. All right. And I believe, you will have a great future because you are very serious about getting into that PhD. All right. And although it is not possible in UK, I would say it's not like, you can't get a direct PhD, but it's pretty much difficult. But I believe you have made the right decision. All right. Even after MSc, what you can do is you can apply for the jobs, you can apply for the PhD programs, but after doing the MSc. And this degree will basically, motivates you either towards the jobs or the PhD. So you have time to take decision. All right.
Yes,
You're
sir.
not rushing the things.
Back then, I was restricted only to one research area, but now with my master's degree, which is allowing me to open for multiple fields now.
Exactly.
In this way, master's is helping me very much uh, than I was before with a
Yes,
BTech degree.
of course. All right. So definitely, Saji, it's a great achievement, and Europedia is very it's very basically happy. All right, and we won't take you a lot of time, and I would like to thank you again for this interaction. All right,
Thank you, sir.
yeah,
Thank you very much, and
thank you,
thank you
Sashi, thank you,
your PD also.
thank you, Sashi.
Your PD is a place for motivation, and so
Thank you.
I suggest every other student, just in case if you lose any motivation in your lifetime, you just try to watch your PDA videos. And I have also approached your PDA through watching videos of Vijayendra sir, and who were interacting with Indian students who got admission in IITs with very less gate score. So from from then I was following your video, and finally I came here, and afterwards you looked after me till now.
Yeah, thank you, Sashi. Thank you so much.